didn't make it again this year. But by 6 p.m., you and I will be on vacation in New York City.
Oh, no!
What's the matter?
Well, I forgot to call Dad and tell him he'd be staying at Waldorf Astoria.
Well, you said you'd call him as soon as you get to New York, and you can tell him then, right?
Well, I guess you're right. So tell me, Jim, what's on the itinerary for this trip we're taking?
Oh, you are going to love this vacation. After we land in Chicago, we'll have to change planes, of course. And then after that, it's off to New York City. And at 6 tonight, we'll land at the John F. Kennedy Airport, where we'll take a cab to the Waldorf Astoria Hotel.
But, Jim, that sounds...
Yeah, okay, that sounds extravagant and expensive, but it's our anniversary. Besides, nothing's too good for the girl that I married 15 years ago. Now, the first thing we'll want to do when we get back to the hotel is...
Call home?
Yeah, and you can tell Charlie where we're staying, and we can talk to the kids and tell them to stay out of trouble, and then we love them, etc.
Yes, dear.
I haven't gotten to the good part yet.
All right, go on.
Now, here's where it gets really exciting. Once we get back inside the rooms, we'll get all dressed up and we'll go for a night on the town. And at 9 tonight, I'm taking you to the Four Seasons restaurant for a meal like you've never had before in your life. The sweetest music, the fanciest food, and the oldest champagne.
And don't forget the largest bill you've ever had to pay in your life.
Alice, I paid off all the credit cards. Besides, you only live once. That's all I have to say about it.
All right, after that.
After dinner, I think maybe we'll go dancing, and we'll dance till midnight.
That sounds divine. What are we going to do tomorrow?
I've got it all written down right here. Tomorrow, we'll take a ride on the Staten Island Ferry, and we'll go see the Statue of Liberty. And then on Wednesday, we'll take a tour of the Chrysler Building. And then on Thursday, we'll see the World Trade Center and UN Building. And then on Friday, we're scheduled to see a Broadway musical.
Oh, I just love musicals. Which one is it?
Phantom of the Opera.
Jim, you're kidding. I love the Phantom of the Opera, and I love you too.
And I love you as well. Just think, if we could have taken our vacation like we planned on last year, we could have seen The Sound of Music.
I didn't know that. Why, that's my all-time favorite.
On Saturday, I've saved the best for last. We'll stop by and do a little shopping at a place called Macy's.
Macy's, the famous department store on 34th Street?
That's right, clearances are everywhere. We'll shop till we drop, and then it's off to the Store Club for a delicious dinner, and then we'll go to the Empire State Building, and we'll go up to the very top and look out over the entire city. It'll be just like in a movie, Alice.
After that?
After that, who cares? On Sunday, we'll just relax. Maybe a stroll through Central Park. And then on Monday, we have to take a plane home.
Yes, but Jim, it sounds like a wonderful vacation. You planned the whole thing yourself. I'm so proud of you.
I know, I'm so excited, I can hardly wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. We would like to welcome you aboard Global America's Flight 204 with non-stop service to Chicago and continuing on to Boston. At this time, we would like to point out some of the safety features of the Boeing 737-300. So if you take out the pamphlet from the seat in front of you and follow along at this time. The first thing that we would like to ask you to do is to fasten your seatbelt because we will be taking off shortly. To do this, simply place the buckle into the latch until you hear that cute little click. To undo the safety belt, simply lift the latch as shown. If we should encounter a sudden change in cabin pressure, an air mask will automatically fall from the compartment above your seat. For those of you who may be traveling with small children, please be sure to place the air mask on your own nose and mouth before you do that of your child. Keeping the cord extended at all times to ensure proper airflow. Although the bag may not inflate, there is still oxygen flowing through to the mask. If we should have to make an emergency exit, we would like to point out that we have 4 exits with emergency chutes. 2 at the front and 2 at the back with additional exits over the wings. And if we should be forced to make a water landing, that cute little cushion you're using can be removed and used as a flotation device. And we would like to remind you, in a life or death emergency, the nearest exit may be behind you. This now concludes the safety portion of our announcements. Please do note all of our flights are non-smoking. And if y'all are caught smoking, you may be asked to step out on the wing. Thank you for flying with Global American and enjoy your flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of Global American Airlines, we'd like to welcome you aboard Flight 204 to Chicago, continuing on to Boston. Our flight to Chicago will last approximately 2 hours. We thought you might like to know that we will be cruising at an altitude of 30,000 feet and at a speed of 520 miles per hour. As soon as we reach our cruising altitude, the flight attendants will begin serving lunch. Lunch today will be a choice between chicken salad and lasagna. Thank you for flying Global American, and we hope that you enjoy your flight.
Well, the chicken salad sounds good. What do you feel like having, Jim?
I don't feel like having anything, Alice. I want to be hungry for that feast that we're having tonight.
Jim, that's hours away.
I know, Alice, but with the prices that we're paying in the Big Apple, I don't want anything to ruin my appetite. But you go ahead and ruin yours.
Well, I guess I won't have to skip one meal.
That's my girl. Besides, we are going to splurge tonight. Well, we're really doing it, Alice.
Doing what?
We're taking that second honeymoon we've talked about all those years.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. We seem to have run into some rainy weather and a bit of a headwind. We will be getting into Chicago about 20 minutes later than expected. We hope that this does not inconvenience you, but especially those of you who have a connecting flight. Again, we apologize for any inconvenience, and we hope you'll fly Global American again.
Well, that's nice of him to apologize, but we happen to be one of those who's on a connecting flight. Excuse me, miss?
Yes, sir. Can I get you anything?
All I want to know is if we'll be landing in time to catch the 3:30 flight to New York City.
Well, sir, I do know that the captain did just say that we'd be 20 minutes late in arriving in Chicago, but I really don't think there's any need for alarm. You see, we'll be landing at gate 20, and the flight to New York City, why, it takes off from gate 21. So all you have to do is move from one gate to the next. I just happen to know because I'll be working that flight as well.
Oh, wow.
Have I answered your question, sir?
Well, yes, you did. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, and would you like a magazine, miss?
Yes, thank you.
Alright.
And we'll see you on that next flight.
We sure will.
Excuse me, sir, I don't mean to be rude, but I couldn't help overhearing.
I'm sorry, did you say your name? Because I didn't catch it.
Oh, it's Racker, Ferris Racker.
Hello, Mr. Racker, or can I call you Ferris?
You may if you would.
Okay, Ferris. My name is Jim Baxter, and this is my wife, Alice.
How do you do?
It's a pleasure to meet you both.
Now, what were you saying?
Well, as I was about to say, just to put your mind at ease, I've flown on this airline hundreds of times, and I've never seemed to arrive at the scheduled destination on time. So even if you miss your departing flight, I'm sure you can catch an alternate to New York.
So, are you going to New York as well?
No, I'll be staying on this plane and going on to Boston.
Oh, Boston. We love Boston. What are you doing in Boston?
Well, I have a nephew there I haven't seen in some years, and he promised to show me around Eatontown. And I promised to take him camping. What are you doing in New York?
Well, my wife and I were on sort of a second honeymoon.
Really? That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you enjoy New York.
Oh, thank you. And you enjoy that nephew in Boston?
Well, thanks. By the way, have you got any drinks back here?
No, we haven't.
I'm going to go check with the stewards.
Yeah, you do that. 20 minutes late getting to Chicago. Alice, do you realize we might have missed this flight?
Max, we made the flight, knowing this flight was the next gate over, I hope I'm lost.
Yeah, but if this flight hadn't been the next gate over, and some 15 gates down the line, I just might have sued this airline. In fact, just in case, Global American Flight 204. Excuse me?
Yes, sir. Can I get you anything?
Well, what I want to know is if we'll be landing in New York City on time.
Well, yes, sir. We do expect a 6 p.m. arrival at JFK. Can I get you some coffee or anything?
Oh, no, thanks. We'll have
Jim,
that.
I'd like another cup after only one of us said anything since breakfast.
All right, Alice. My wife will have another cup, please.
And what about you,
No.
sir?
I mean, please no.
Alrighty. If that'll be all, get that coffee and get right back to you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We will have just a slight delay before landing. Air Traffic Control informs us that there are 15 other planes scheduled to land ahead of us. So it would be about another 35 minutes before we land.
35 minutes, Alice. Do you realize it'd be 6:35 before we're on the ground? Well, that's it. I'm going to talk to the pilot.
Oh no, Jim, don't make waves.
Don't try to stop me, Alice. All I want to do is clear it up.
Oh, sir, you really shouldn't be up here right now while we're in the midst of turbulence.
Oh.
And besides, we'll be landing in a few minutes.
Oh, no, you're mistaken. See, we will not be landing in a few minutes. A few minutes is 5 or maybe 10. That's even pushing it. But I just clearly heard the pilot say that we would be landing in 35 minutes. That's over a half hour. I'd like to speak to it.
I know that you would, sir, but no passengers are allowed in the cockpit when we are flying.
Well, then maybe you can tell me what these delays are all about.
Well, we're in the midst of what is called air traffic rush hour. It's kind of like rush hour on the freeway. Why, it happens all the time at JFK. It even happens at LaGuardia. We just need to be patient, sir, and wait our turn. And I really do think that you should return to your seat.
All right, maybe.
It seems to be getting worse.
Yeah, maybe I better.
Oh, I'm so sorry, now. It's terrible.
So what did the pilot say?
I didn't get to speak to the pilot. You know, what is all this shaking? I'm going to get sick.
It's nothing, dear. Just a little turbulence, you were saying?
I didn't get to speak to the pilot. I spoke to the flight attendant.
And she said?
Oh, she said, oh, we're in the midst of an air traffic rush hour, and it happens all the time, like even at LaGuardia, she says.
So why
Ladies and
so
gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. We do seem to have run into a bit of turbulence, and the captain has turned on the passenger seatbelt sign. It will probably remain on the rest of our flight. When we do land on the ground, we do ask that you remain seated in your seats until the airplane comes to a complete halt, and before you make that mad dash to the door. Thank you, and enjoy your flight.
So why are you so upset?
Who's
Just
up-
calm down.
Who's upset? Am I upset? I'll tell you, just because I have reservations at 9 o'clock for the world's finest restaurant, that doesn't mean I'm upset because I'm not. The captain said 35 minutes. Why is it that if he said that we would be on the ground in 35, why did he say that we would be on, why is the captain spreading lies?
Relax, Jim. Besides, I think we're landing.
Oh, and what makes you think we're landing? I mean, do you see the ground coming up? Do buildings appear to be getting larger? What is it?
No, I don't see much of anything. Just shades of white and gray.
Oh, shades of white and gray. Well, if that doesn't mean we're landing, I don't know what does. Let me tell you something, Alice. Shades of white and gray don't necessarily mean that we're landing. They just mean that we're flying through a cloud.
But, Jim, I don't think pilots fly through clouds unless they're landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain again. If it appears that we are flying through a cloud, it's because of storm clouds. Therefore, we will not land at JFK. Air Traffic Control has diverted us to LaGuardia, so it may be another half hour before we land. Just hang in there, and we'll be on the ground as soon as possible. Sorry again for this inconvenience.
Oh, Jim, I don't think pilots otherwise fly through clouds unless they're landing.
All right, so I was wrong. It isn't my fault the weather turned out the way it did. Well, he said we landed in half an hour, so just relax.
No, he did not say we would land in a half hour. He said that we would be on the ground as soon as possible. Which means that could be any time from a half hour from now until the time that we run out of fuel and crash. Which also means that we die. So by this time tomorrow, our family ought to be planning our funerals. He said a half hour, and it's now been 2 hours. It's 8:30, and we should have been to the hotel by now. Alice, look out the window. It's already starting to get dark.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. We're very sorry to inconvenience you like this, but apparently the storm has gotten a lot worse. Everything is socked in. Every airport is closed from New York to Philadelphia. The only possible city that we can land in is Pittsburgh. Once again, let us just apologize for the inconvenience, and we hope you'll fly with us again soon.
Oh yeah, well here's one passenger who was never gonna fly in this airline again. Pittsburgh, did you hear that, Alice? We're landing in Pittsburgh.
Yes, Jim, we're going to Pittsburgh.
For 2.5 hours, we circled New York City. We were above New York City for 2.5 hours, and now we find out we're landing in Pittsburgh? What an airline! Remember this, Alice, because next time we'll fly on Delta. Alice, how is it that our luggage is not on the carousel?
Jim, how much more simply can I put this? Our luggage wasn't on the carousel. I would have known if it were on the carousel.
Well, there's got to be a logical explanation. I mean, luggage just doesn't disappear. Now, you remember what we had?
Yes, you had a blue garment bag and I had a brown suitcase.
That's right. You'd be so kind as to go in there and see if any of those bags are ours.
Well, they all could be ours, but none of them are.
This is ridiculous! I saw those bags get loaded onto the plane in Denver, Alice!
A lot of bags look like maybe you saw someone else get loaded onto the plane.
Don't you think I know what our bags look like, Alice? Now, if I say I saw our bags get loaded onto the plane, then I saw our bags get loaded onto the plane. All right?
All right. Jim, here's a bench. Let's just sit here and wait for our names to be called like that nice man in baggage claim told us to do.
Lousy bitch. You know, I'm only sitting because I'm tired. And not because some nice man at a baggage claim told me I should have. I mean, I have a constitutional right to sit or stand when or where I want. I mean, that's what living in a free country is all about. Why do you think those men over 200 years ago so bravely fought and died at Valley Forge so they could give me the right to...
I don't believe it. Who's here?
Do I know you?
You should. We spoke on that plane out of Denver.
Oh, you're that Racker guy.
Yes, Ferris Rack.
Wow, what happened? I thought you were on your way to Boston.
Well, the fog got too thick to land in Boston. The pilot told us we had to land in Pittsburgh. So here I am. By the way, what was your name?
Jim Baxter, and you remember my wife, Alice?
We were talking about men in Valley Forge over 200 years ago, so that Jim can have the constitutional right to sit or stand wherever he wants.
Alice?
Okay. Do you mind if I sit too? My feet are killing me.
No, go ahead. It's not really my bench.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to see you again, Mrs. Baxter.
Well, it's a pleasure to see you too, Mr. Racker.
Thank you. What happened? I thought you two would be in New York by now.
Well, like you, our pilot told us we had to land in Pittsburgh. So did they lose your luggage?
They sure did. I'm waiting to see what happened.
You know, this is so typical of the airlines. First they're rude to you, then they can't get you where you want to go, and then they lose your luggage. You know, one of these days, I'm going to get a group of lawyers, and we're going to get a lot of money, and we're going to get all of the...
Ferris Racker!
Yeah, that's me.
We found your luggage, sir. It's right over here.
So it is.
If you'll just sign this paper here.
Sure.
Very good. And there's your ticket, sir.
Thank you very much. Is there anything else?
No, sir. And again, we apologize for any inconvenience.
Hey, that's quite all right. It was a pleasure seeing both of you again.
Yes, it sure... Yeah.
Jim Baxter!
Yeah, that's me right here.
We found your luggage, sir.
Oh, good. Where is it?
It's in Chicago.
What? What is my luggage doing in Chicago?
Well, it's just sitting there doing nothing. I'm so sorry. I just could not resist, sir. Please let me try and explain.
Please try to explain.
Apparently, somebody miswrote on your tickets Denver to Chicago and forgot to write that you were going on to New York City. Thus, when you arrived in Chicago, why, the baggage handlers there, they just assumed that Chicago was your final destination. And instead of putting your luggage onto the flight to New York City, why, they put it on the carousel Dad.
So how do these geniuses know that my luggage was supposed to go to New York City?
Well, when you lost your luggage, you told the baggage claim man how many pieces of luggage you had and the color and size. You also gave him pertinent information about your flight, where you were flying out of, Denver, and if you had any connecting points, Chicago, and what your final destination would be, New York City. You remember telling him all this, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Well, then the baggage man tells me everything that you told him, and yours truly calls the various airports and cities, and I give him all of the information that you gave us, and you see why it's so important that you give us all of the information you possibly can.
Yes, I do see that now. Yes, I see the error of my ways. Listen, this might be out of your field of expertise, but do you know if there's another flight leaving to New York City tonight?
Being that it is pea soup over New York City, my guess would be no.
That's just my luck, isn't it?
However, there is a train station just 10 miles from here, and they have a train that goes to New York City in 20 minutes. If you catch a cab and you hurry, you might just make it, because you know it's the last train to New York City tonight.
Okay, yeah, okay. Come on, Alice, let's go.
Oh, by the way, you want the pit station, Lexington and 3rd.
Pit station, Lexington and 5th, gotcha. Well, we did make it to that pit station on the corner of Lexington and 3rd, and in about 15 minutes, just like the nice lady said we would. And the train was there, and you think that we just got onto the train and went to New York City, and that our vacation would turn out to be a very nice vacation, and all those little mishaps, just a fluke. But boy, do I have news for you! With all of my great luck and the way it's gone so far, needless to say, we didn't get to New York City that night, and here's why. Okay, Alice, I think this is the train right here, but I'll ask this guy just to be sure.
Jim, I need to use the restroom.
Alice, the train leaves in 5 minutes. We haven't got time. There's probably a bathroom on the train. Could you possibly wait for 5 minutes? Excuse me, sir. Is this the last train to New York?
Yes, that's the last
Okay,
train.
come on out.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
We're trying to get on this train. We're trying to go to New York City.
Not on that train, you're not.
You just said this was the last train to New York.
This is the last train to New York. But there's a transit strike on. There are no buses or trains running for who knows how long.
In Pittsburgh?
In Pennsylvania, even the garbage men are on strike in sympathy for the buses and the trains.
Okay, so let me get this straight, okay? Apparently New York is pea soup with fog, so flying is out. There are no trains and buses, Alice, so we can't possibly go that route. In a nutshell, we're stranded. We're stranded in Pittsburgh, and I have no idea how long we're going to be here.
All right, Jim, but could I please use the restroom?
Oh, by all means. And take all the time you want because we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me where the restroom is?
Yes, ma'am, they're right up here.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, wait a second. If there's a transit strike, how come you're working?
All right, it's like this. When we first hired, we're given the choice of whether or not to join the union.
Yeah.
Well, the union benefits aren't all that important to me, so I decided not to join.
Did you?
I'm not a union employee. I'm not allowed to go on strike.
Uh-huh.
But on the other hand, I don't have many union dues either.
Oh, well, thank you for all that wonderful information, but do you know if there's a restaurant or a hotel anywhere near here?
Well, let's see. Yeah, about 2 miles down 3rd Street, there's a Bradford Hotel and a Giorgio's Cafe.
Can I assume, being that I just got out of a taxi 5 minutes ago, that the taxi service is not on strike?
That's right. Cab companies in Pittsburgh are all privately owned. Therefore, they're all non-union, so they're not allowed to go on strike.
Good, then I'll take a taxi to the Bradford Hotel.
At this time of night, not a chance. You know the cab? You probably arrived in a few minutes ago?
Yeah.
You're probably his last customer.
Oh, my.
Cab companies around here seem to go off duty around 11 p.m. You're not likely to find another taxi for, hours. If you want to get to the Bradford Hotel, you probably have to walk. If you hurry, you can probably make it in about an hour.
Oh, if I hurry.
That's better. Jim, did you find us a restaurant and a hotel?
Well, yes, I did, Alice. I found us a Giorgio's Cafe and a Bradford Hotel about 2 miles down that street. Can I assume that they're both on the same side of the street?
Yes, you can. And they are.
Oh, good. Well,
Let's get a taxi.
oh, we can't get a taxi to take us there, Alice.
We can't get a taxi?
That's what I just said. We can't get a taxi to take us there.
Well, why can't we get a taxi to take us there? We got a taxi to take us here. Are they on strike too?
Oh, no, they're not on strike like the others. They're all non-union, so they're not allowed to strike. But they go off duty at 11. Can I please explain the rest on the way to the hotel?
Yes, but I need to make a phone call to Dad. He should have heard from us over 5 hours ago. For all he knows, we might be dead.
All right, Alice. Make your phone call, but make it fast, and make it short, and make it fast.
Excuse me, sir. Tell me where my payphone is.
Yes, ma'am. Come right up.
Oh, thank you.
Alice. Alice. Fast.
Yes, operator. I'd like to make a person call on my credit card, please. Oh, the area code?
It's
Oh,
303,
yes, wait
Alice.
just a second.
Alice, it's 303. Alice, the area code is 303.
Oh, here it is.
303, Alice.
The area code is 303. The phone number is 794-0815. She's dialing.
Good, that's her job.
Oh, hello, Dad. It's me. No, not Stephanie. It's like this when he's tired.
Will you tell him that I'm tired too?
Oh, listen, Dad. I haven't much time, so may I please be brief? Thank you. He's a bit groggy, Jim. He just must have woke up from a long nap.
Oh.
Oh, what's that you say? You woke up from a long nap and you're a bit groggy? I thought so. No, we didn't miss the plane out of Denver. No, we didn't miss the plane out of Chicago either. Dad, if you let me explain, I'll tell you why it took us so long.
If you let me explain, we can get out of here before the turn of the century.
Jim, I'm on the phone long distance, you know.
I know, so why are we running up such a humongous phone bill?
Jim, shh. I'm sorry, you were saying? Yes, I know we should have called 5 hours ago, but we run into some problems. We were caught something called an air traffic rush hour. Fog rolled in, and we were supposed to... Then we had to... Yes, we had to land in Pittsburgh. Then our luggage was missing. Well, it's in Chicago. Well, apparently they misread the tags, thought Chicago was going to be our final destination. Jim, no!
I'm sorry.
Dad, if you let me explain, I'll tell you when I get home. Alright, so we still had to get to New York. Instead of planes landing, a nice lady at the baggage bank told us we could catch a train to New York. So we got a cab to Pitt Station, and when we tried to board the train, the station employee stopped us and told us there weren't any more trains running because of a transit strike.
Oh.
Well, I guess the cab company's in our union. Dad, I don't know why the station employee wasn't on strike. That isn't important. By the way, how are the kids? Are they all right? What? Oh, they're at the movies? Okay, remember I love you. Yes, I think we said all we needed to say. Okay, I'll talk to you in a week. Okay. Okay. Okay, Dad.
Alice.
Okay.
Hang up on him!
Okay. Okay. Okay, bye-bye.
Alice, if we can get a place to sleep, we better start walking right now!
Oh, yes, we're going to get a move on.
Okay. Alice! Oh, my goodness. Hello, Alice, I'm so hungry. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh, Buonasera!
Buonasera.
And welcome to Giorgio's Cafe. You come late. I was just going to close up.
No, I think your watch is wrong. It's not late. No,
Oh.
okay, it is late. Please don't close up on us if you only know what kind of a night we've had.
Oh, Giorgio Zaccarini not have to know. Giorgio Zaccarini can't guess. You look a soap. You look a wet. You look a soaking a wet. You also look a tired. I can tell you've been through a lot. I tell you what. For you, I'll stay open another half an hour.
Oh,
eh?
good.
Never let it be said that Giorgio Zaccarini didn't have a heart of compassion, eh?
Okay.
Mr. Zaccarini, is it my imagination, or do you have a foreign accent of some kind?
You making fun of my accent? I was born in Sicily and lived there till I was 10 years old.
Yeah, well, I was born...
Then Mama and Papa and I were moving to Verona, where we lived for another 10 years.
You know, could I have...
Then I moved here, where I've been living for the past 10 years. God bless America, I always say.
Uh-huh.
Now, what can I get for you, eh?
Okay, well, let's go to you, Alice.
The steak sandwich.
Yeah, okay, 2 steak sandwiches, and could you make...
I'm sorry, sir, but I just to clean the grill. No hot food until tomorrow morning.
Okay, so what you're saying, in essence, is that we can have these cold dishes here.
Exactly so.
Okay. Then I will have the Italian sub, and Alice...
The cold cut combo looks good.
Okay, and
Yes.
hurry.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm fresh out of the coldest subs.
Okay, Alice, is there anything else you'd like?
The pasta salad looks good.
Okay, 2 pasta salads.
Again, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm fresh out of the pasta salads, too.
Alice,
I'll settle for the turkey sandwich.
2 turkey sandwiches, and... All right, well, we won't need these little insignificant pieces of paper. Why don't you just tell us what you do have?
I'm gonna let you have a cheese sandwich, eh?
All right, 2 cheese sandwiches.
Sorry, sir, I only have 1 cheese sandwich left. After you eat your cheese sandwich, mwah, that's it. I was very busy today. Lots of moolah. I didn't know you two were going to come in so late.
All right. Well, what do you have for my poor, starving wife?
She can have, let me see now. I'm out of that too.
Would you come on?
Oh. Don't get cross with me. She can have peanut butter on a white bread.
Well, it's about time.
Anything in your drink.
What do you think, Alice?
Could I have a cup of coffee, please?
2 cups of coffee.
I'm sorry, sir. I only have 1 cup left. I need to clean the baker, eh?
All right. Then I'll have a Pepsi.
Sorry, I don't have a Pepsi.
You're all out of that, too.
No, I never did have a Pepsi. Everybody prefers a Coke.
Okay, then I'll have a Coke.
Sorry, I'm all out of Coke.
Why don't you just tell me what you're not all out of beverage-wise?
Water.
Okay, I'll have a lovely, delicious water.
You sure about the water?
What's wrong with the water, man?
Well, maybe nothing. But they said on the news that the water may contain a strange delayed action of bacteria, eh?
I'll take my chances.
Very well, but don't you blame me if you get sick.
Just bring us our food now, please.
Coming right up.
You know, even at a restaurant, even at this time of night, at a restaurant, you think we could get something to eat?
Well, he did say they were very busy all day.
I know, but still, you think you could get something to eat?
But you're getting something to eat. You're getting a cheese sandwich, and I'm getting a peanut butter sandwich.
There you go.
So hungry.
Coming right up. Here you go. Go. One cheese sandwich for you, and for you a peanut butter sandwich, eh? Eat the hearty.
Wait a second.
What?
What exactly do you call this?
That's your water.
You know, judging by the color, I would say tea is a much more appropriate word.
Hey, if you want to call it a tea, call it a tea.
Just go and don't come back until you bring the check.
Very well, I'll leave you in your peace.
Very well, I'll leave you in your... What in the... You know, Alice, so far this vacation has been a real disaster. I really wish I was eating at the Four Seasons right now. Well...
Swallow it.
Mm.
Swallow it. Swallow it.
I think I'll just eat the cheese sandwich. You know, Alice, I'm really sorry. How's that peanut butter, Alice? Gourmet? I'm really sorry about this vacation. It just, you know...
Tim, it isn't your fault. Everything that happened today happens to people all the time. And I'll tell you another thing. You did manage to keep one promise to me tonight.
What promise was that?
Well, you certainly took me out for a meal like I've never had before in my life. I've never had a peanut butter sandwich and a cup of coffee served by some deranged Italian at 12:30 at night before.
How's the dinner, eh? Okay?
It's fine.
Well, thank you very much. How about your check, eh?
Yes, please, give me the check.
Here you go.
$7? What are you, crazy? I won't pay $7 for this.
Hey, you no pay, you no eat here no more. That's a very good food, good quality cheese, very good peanut butter on a white bread.
Yeah, but $7, I mean, really?
Yes, $2.50 for the peanut butter on the white bread, $3.50 for the cheese sandwich, 75 cents for the coffee, and 25 cents for the water.
25 cents for this water? What are you, crazy? Have you seen it?
Hey, the quality is a 10 cents extra.
Here's your money. Come on, Alice, let's go. I'm taking this.
Jim, I don't think it's tax deductible.
Wait a second. No tip?
At these prices, the tip ought to be included.
The tax is included.
Well, we're finally here at the Bradford Hotel. Well, there's the desk. I'll go ring for the clerk, and finally we'll have nice hot showers and a wonderful place to sleep.
May I help you, sir?
Oh, yes, are you a clerk?
Clerk, I'm the hotel manager.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, all I need from you, Mr. Hotel Manager, sir, is a room for the night.
A room for the night, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have a reservation?
Jim, I was extremely tired.
Alice, I guarantee in just a few minutes. Now, what were you saying?
I was asking if you had a reservation.
Well, we did have reservations at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City. But then on the way into New York, we ran into all this fog, so we had to land in Pittsburgh. So no.
I'm sorry, sir. Without a reservation, you cannot have a room.
Please don't throw us out on the street. If you'd only known what kind of a night we've had.
You may have been through hell and back. My heart bleeds. My hands are tied. We're full up. I'd let you have a room without a reservation if there were one available. But there's a convention in town. The Sheraton, the Hilton, the Statler, the Best Western, the Holiday Inn, the Motel 6, 7, and 8. Booked to the max.
A convention? What kind of a convention?
The Veterinarians Convention.
Okay, I get it. Animal doctors. So what you're telling me is that animals have constitutional rights that I, being a human being, an American, a taxpayer, do not.
Would appear that way, wouldn't it? Care to let you sleep in the lobby if you care to, but I wouldn't recommend it. It wouldn't be very comfortable.
Yeah, no thanks.
I didn't think so. I'm sorry we couldn't help you, sir. Would you excuse me?
Yes. What kind of a town is this?
What do we do, Jim? We'll know where to sleep. You think?
I don't know, Alice. Apparently, 50,000 dog doctors have decided to take up all the rooms in which we ourselves could be sleeping in. Knowing the kind of luck that we've had thus far, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we couldn't even find a room in the local Red Cross shelter.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes, you. Oh, do not be afraid of me. I will not bite.
You won't bite?
No. Ah, who's the mademoiselle?
Oh, that's my wife. What do you want?
Oh, pardon-moi. I did not know that she was your wife.
Hey, listen, whatever. What did you want to say?
Well, it just so happens that I know of a hotel not too far from here that has a vacancy tonight. The rooms, they are not luxurious, but I can guarantee you at least a good night's sleep.
Yes, but how is it possible that it has a vacancy? Why, the hotel manager just said that every hotel and motel in Pittsburgh is booked up.
Good point.
Well, this hotel is very difficult to find and doesn't have to wait a lot of business. Matter of fact, I would have to take you there myself. Will you trust me?
I don't know, Alice. She's French.
You know, it is so sad. Nobody trusted nobody no more. And I go out and I pray to you something kind for two poor souls down on their luck. And they do not even trust me. Oh, but I have tried.
Wait, we trust you. Don't we, Jim? Don't we, Jim?
I guess so.
I knew that you would. Believe me, you will not be sorry. Please, follow me.
Alice, I feel funny about this.
Oh, must have been that water you drank.
Now, where did you say this hotel was?
Shut up!
I beg your pardon.
I said that I want you to shut up!
Oh my holy moly.
Jim, she has a gun.
I can see the gun, Alice.
That's right. Now guess what is inside the gun?
Jim, I think she put a bullet in the gun.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess there, Alice.
Right again. You know, for a redhead, you're pretty smart.
Hey, I'll have you know that for...
No, I'll have you know.
Okay.
Jim, never make a person with a gun angry.
You know, Jim, this would be a very good time to do exactly what your wife says.
Alice, from now on I shall hang on every word you say.
Shut up! Now do exactly as I say, and no one will get hurt. Lay down on the ground. Refrain from looking at my face.
Lay down.
Yes, down on the ground, now.
Holy.
Now, you will both kindly give me your wallets. The wallets? I mean now!
Hey, get it out.
Jim, I think she's wrong here.
Now, you will both stay there until I am long gone, and you will refrain from saying anything for at least 20 minutes. And thank you for your business. Au revoir.
Jim, is she gone?
I don't know, Alice. I'm still facing the ground.
Yeah, she's gone. This town gets worse every minute! Come on. You know, there's probably 10,000 policemen in this city, and there's not even one when we're being robbed. You know, if the police aren't going to come to us, we're going to go to them. We're going to walk right down to the police station, we're going to walk right in there, and we're going to tell them exactly what happened. And then we're going to find a nice highway overpass to sleep under, because all of the rooms in Pittsburgh are filled with dog doctors. But that wouldn't make any difference, because neither of us have any money.
Buenos Aires! And welcome to intermission, eh? Now, for those of you who need these facilities, eh? The restrooms are over there. The ladies is the first, the gentlemen is the second. But if you drink a little water, don't you blame me if you get sick. But we got something better for you to drink anyway, called Pepsi and Poppin' and whatnot, okay? And we also have something very good for you to eat there, like a Snickers or something. But you've got to go through that curtain. Walk all the way around. Get your refreshments. Come out of that curtain and sit down in about 10 minutes. That's about all I have for now. Arrivederci.
I can't keep up much longer.
You don't think this walking is hard on me? Let's just be grateful that it stopped raining and that the police station was only a half mile away.
Yes, but we got lost 4 times and had to ask for directions 5 times before we finally found the police station.
Yeah, but we found the station nevertheless.
Yes, but it took us over 45 minutes. It should have only taken us 10 minutes. Besides which, there isn't even a policeman to talk to.
Well, we're just gonna have to wait here until a policeman comes. It's a police station. They have to walk through here.
Why, hello there!
Oh, officer. Oh, man, am I glad to see you. Let me tell you what happened. My wife and I were trying to get on a vacation. We're trying to go to New York City. But then on the way in New York, we ran into all this fog, so we had to land here in Pittsburgh. And then we couldn't find any rooms in Pittsburgh because of the stupid convention that's in town. And then this lady must have overheard us speaking. She said, I know where there's a hotel with some vacancies. And then this hotel was supposed to be 2 blocks from the Bradford Hotel, located in a dark alley.
Wait! Did you say the Bradford Hotel in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, that's what I said.
And right next door is a small Italian diner called Giorgio's Cafe?
Yeah, my wife and I, we didn't eat very much, but we just ate there.
And this hotel is supposed to be 2 blocks from the Bradford in a dark alley?
Isn't that what I just said?
Up until a year ago, I patrolled every square inch of that section of town. There is no hotel or motel within 2 miles of the Bradford Hotel. I know every street, every alley, and every business and building by its first name.
Look, we know that now, but we didn't know that then.
What? You were in that area?
Yes!
That is the worst, the cruddiest, the most dangerous section of all of Pittsburgh. It's a miracle the two of you are still alive.
Well, aren't you the talk of hope and sunshine?
But it's true. You see, that area is crawling with gangs and prostitutes and rapists and muggers and flashers.
Oh my! Boy, Alice, doesn't that sound like the kind of place we want our children to grow up in?
Oh, no wonder they call this place Pittsburgh. Living here would be the pits.
And I know it. That section of town has every form of blue-collar crime known to man. But before I go on, I'll need to get your names.
Jim and Alice Baxter, B-A-S-T-O-R.
O-R. E-R.
Sorry, E-R.
Well, that's such a fun show, E-R. Okay, now, and your address, please.
12125 Arrowfield Lane, Denver Township, Colorado.
Colorado. Well, welcome to Pittsburgh. Now, what exactly happened?
Okay, now when we get to where this hotel is supposedly at, I said, hey stranger, where's the hotel? And she gets belligerent with me, she pulls a gun out on us.
Ooh.
Alice was terrified. Tell them how terrified you were, Alice.
I was terrified. Really, I was.
Okay, so she pulled a gun on you.
Yes, she pulled a gun on us.
Okay. Then what happened?
Well, she told us not to look at her, but to lie down on the ground in me in my best dress.
And it's so pretty, too.
I know! I got it for 30% off.
Alice, I was trying to tell the story.
Well, then go ahead, tell it.
And then what happened?
And then she says to us in a very hostile manner, hey, give me your wallets.
So she stole your wallets.
Yes, she stole our wallets.
In other words, you were robbed.
Hello? Obviously we were robbed or we wouldn't be in here talking to you. Please try to pay attention.
Okay, did you get a good look at her?
All we know is that she was wearing dark colored clothing, black clothing,
Black
and black tight pants, and a large black hat.
hat.
I don't know if it was all that large. I mean, it wasn't a sombrero or anything.
Sombrero.
It wasn't a sombrero.
Oh, sorry.
That was the only description we can give. Can you please help us? I haven't got any money.
He doesn't even have any credit cards. He has nothing.
Nothing.
It's like Alice said, I've got nothing. Boy, you should have seen her though. She was really worried. Oh, Jim, what do we do? What do we do?
What will we do? Okay, let me make sure I have all this straight here. Now go ahead and have a seat.
Okay.
I can't read. This is chicken scratch. Now, you're on vacation, and your wallets are stolen. You have no cash, no credit cards, nothing. What will you do? What will you do?
Well, that's why we came to
If I were you, I would carry American Express traveler's checks. If they're ever lost or stolen, you can have them replaced or refunded in over 50,000 locations in the United States and Canada. American Express traveler's checks. Don't leave home without them.
You know, first we need a baggage claim lady, and we get some smart aleck grandma. And now that we need a cop, we get Carl Bolden.
Now, if you would be so kind as to look at these mugshot pictures and see if there's anyone that you recognize.
Oh, that's her!
That is her.
Are you sure?
Yes. Do you know?
That's the lady that robbed us.
Do you know who you have there?
No.
That is the infamous Hotel Femme Fatale.
Who?
The infamous Hotel Femme Fatale. Oh, you're new to Pittsburgh. She's been plaguing our city for weeks now. I have a rap sheet right here. It says she usually works that hotel, the Bradford, and she's looking for couples like yourselves who are down on their luck and can't find a hotel or motel to stay in or restaurant to go to. So she takes them to a dark alley where she says that there's a hotel or motel, but there isn't. And once they're there, she holds them up. And then, if they get funny with her or refuse her, she kills them, which she has done before.
What are you, crazy? Why don't you put that thing on? Give me that. Apparently, you're mad. The dark clothes and black hat are worn so that no one will be able to recognize her. She is a master of disguises. She's known as Jane Barrington, alias Jamie Benjamin, a.k.a. JBS, and of course, AKA IJSAJ Jones. She's approximately 5 foot 6 inches tall. She weighs 122 pounds. You know, ruby red lips, pale white skin, black hair. You know, she had a pretty good figure.
Hey.
And I mean, apparently she looks like she could walk right off the set of the Charlie's Angels.
Well, you know, Charlie's Angels starts here at 9 p.m. Hey!
She's wandered at least 4 other cities besides Pittsburgh. These cities include Detroit, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Indianapolis. If you see her again, do not attempt to take the law in your own hands, but instead call the local FBI.
FBI.
She is armed and extremely dangerous. She is also considered mentally unstable and criminally insane.
Gosh, you'd never think.
She's escaped from 3 prisons and 5 hospitals. Why, that sounds just like the child we always wanted but never had.
Well, if you'll come with me, I'll take you to the nearest Red Cross shelter.
Well, thanks, but after what I just read, I don't know if I could go to sleep in Pittsburgh.
Well, at least you can get a good night's sleep.
Okay.
Follow me.
Sleep on this bed, and like all of a sudden, all the people that we met so far on the vacation, they all rifled in the room. And like the Italian guy was there, and the stewardess, and the hotel manager, and that deranged Italian. Did I already say that?
Yes.
Anyway, they all rifled in, and they were circling the bed, and they were singing this really irritating song.
Was that all the dream, or was there more?
You know, come to think of it, you were in the dream too.
I was?
Yeah, and you wouldn't talk to me. And I said, Alice, and you were... And then I remember one thing in particular, is everyone had this really evil laugh.
An evil laugh?
Especially you.
Well, how could you think I have an evil laugh? That's ridiculous.
You just did. And it was evil.
Oh, well, you're all right now.
Am I? Because I don't feel all right.
Jim, you're running a fever.
Incredible!
Oh my...
Mr. and Mrs. Baxter! Imagine seeing you for the third time. What could the odds be?
They're staggering.
I'm gonna be sick!
What's wrong with him?
I don't know, but he's running a really high fever.
Have you seen a doctor?
No, but that isn't a bad idea. By the way, how did you come to be here?
Oh, man. Well, after I finally picked up my luggage, I caught a taxi and asked the driver to take me to the nearest train station so I could catch a train to Boston. He told me there was a transit strike on, there would be no trains.
Oh.
So I asked him to take me to the nearest hotel or motel, and he said that wouldn't do me any good either because there's some things in town. Yes. So I said, where can you take me? And he said, well, I can take you to the nearest Red Cross shelter, so here I am. By the way, I know you won't believe this, but I am a doctor. And I can take a look at your husband if you like.
Are you a dog doctor? Jim doesn't like dog doctors.
Oh, no. I'm a medical doctor.
I don't feel very good, Alice.
Jim, Mr. Racker here is a doctor. A medical doctor who helps people.
People.
Mommy?
Yes. Well, I have a medical bag back here. Let's go back and I'll give you an examination.
Okay.
With your discharge papers, we can finally leave for the airport.
Good, and good riddance to Pittsburgh.
Well, I don't know. Everyone at the hospital certainly treated us nicely.
Yeah, they did, but I was so sick.
Now, Jim, don't think about this last 3 days. Just think, in a few hours, we'll be with the kids again.
You know, Alice, what a vacation it's been for you. And I tried so hard to make it so very nice, and it was so very not nice. And I'm sorry, you deserve better.
Jim, it isn't your fault. At least I had a nice place to sleep.
Yeah, but that cot that they drug into my room couldn't have been very comfortable.
It wasn't bad. That way I could be with you all the time and take care of you.
Oh, Alice, what would I ever do without you? Did you put those plane tickets home in your purse?
No. When Dad bought our return tickets to Denver, he told us we were supposed to ask for a voucher at the ticket counter when we arrived at the airport.
Are you sure that's all we do? Because I don't know if I could take another fiasco.
Yes, dear. Now, don't worry.
You know, after the week we've had, it's going to be hard not to worry. About everything. When I think that that little sip of water is what put me on death's door, I could...
Jim.
Okay.
Just calm down.
You know, I'll try.
Mr. and Mrs. Baxter, I'm so glad I caught you.
What do you mean, caught us?
Well, you see, I have some incredible news.
It's more trouble, Alice.
Oh, Jim.
Oh, no, on the contrary, it's good news.
Well, good, because after the week we've had, we could sure use some good news.
Well, you see, we caught the infamous Hotel Femme Fatale.
You caught her?
Really?
Jim, they caught her.
I heard. How? When? Where? How?
Well, it was right after I dropped you off at the Red Cross shelter. She was in the same area, up to her old tricks again.
No kidding.
Well, you see, we never would have known that she was still in the area if it weren't for your complaints. So we put a patrol in the whole area, and one of our officers, he saw this mysterious-looking woman. So he walks up to her, and then she sees him, and then she runs from alley to alley to alley to alley, and back and forth, and then she gets hit by a moving car, and she's knocked out. And so the officer, oops, So the officer, he decides to look for her identification. You'll never guess what he found.
What?
Your wallet.
Oh, we did? Oh, man!
Jim,
Found your wallet too, Mrs. Baxter.
they did. Were my kids' pictures all right?
Yes, they were, and they're so cute.
I know.
They're at the station right now.
Well, what do we...
But wait! That's not all.
That's not all.
No, sir. That's not all. You see, there's a reward.
Reward?
What kind of reward?
A reward for anyone having information linked to the capture and arrest of that felon.
And?
And the reward is for $10,000. And it's all yours, Mr. and Mrs. Baxter. $10,000!
Jim, did you hear that?
Yes, I did, Alice. Yes, I did, Alice! 10,000! Oh, my... Oh, okay.
Oh, take it easy now. Have a seat. You see, that's not all.
That's not all?
That's not all. The mayor of our city, he found out about your situation. And he really wants to make it up to you, Jim.
The mayor?
The mayor himself. So, he wants to make it up to you by giving you a whole week's stay in Pittsburgh, all expenses paid in our finest hotels and our finest restaurants. What do you say?
Oh, Jim, can't we stay?
I don't know, Alice. It's Pittsburgh.
Well, you see, that's still not all.
That's not all?
That's still not all, because the mayor has arranged for you to have opening night tickets to the Grand Opera House, a production of The Sound of Music.
Oh, Jim, can't we stay? Please, can't we stay?
I don't know, Alice. I don't know.
You know, it's The Sound of Music. The hills are alive with the sound of music.
You'd probably do a better job than this guy.
Well, you see, that's not all yet.
That's not all?
No, sir, Mr. and Mrs. Baxter, because the mayor wants you to be his special guest in the mayor's box at the stadium for the exhibition game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos.
That's it, Alice. We're staying!
Thank you.